Is this too close? Hey, what's up everybody? It's your old pal Boogie Bob, and today we've got a great show. Look at my wart. Today we're going to look at my wart for 2 hours. Hey everybody. Today is August 31st. It's a beautiful day. Alright, I'm busy. What's poppin'? I got a brand new whip just hopping. I ain't stopping when I'm shopping. I'm dropping and topping. What's the deal, everybody? Happy July 31st. Can you believe it's already August? That's crazy. I'm taking the show on the road today. I'm in Canada. Oslo, Canada. No, I'm in Helsinki, Canada. Helsinki. I don't know. Saskatchewan. I'm in Saskatchewan today, and shout out to Alfred Clues. Shout out to all of you. Shall we start the Nizoos? For the last 45 days, Hunter Biden's on the front of the paper. Donald Trump has been indicted on 47 felons. This guy got one misdemeanor. He's not even the president. He's the president's son. But he's in the paper 7 days a week. What does that tell you? I'd like to thank our sponsor. Brought to you by Hot Coca-Cola. On a nice day, there's nothing better than drinking into a hot-ass Coca-Cola. It's like coffee. It's like drinking a hot coffee. I'm going to put on my Kurt Rambis glasses. I think it was Ambrose that named them the Kurt Rambis glasses. I could be wrong. I was going to sing a beautiful love song to Rev today, but I got a guy at the next table. It's going to look a little creepy. If he leaves, I'm singing a love song to Rev. Somebody let me know if you see Bria in the chat. I can't see her. I see Valerie. I see Treat. Hi, Naya. Seashells sound seashells down by the seashore. Karina. Hi, Karina. Valerie. Whoop, whoop. Hi, Valerie. RJ's in the house. Ambrose Chamber Pot is in the house. Doesn't he sound like a character from the Harry Potter movie? Oh, Harry, here comes Ambrose Chamber Pot. Rev's in the house. I see Rev. Low volume. Low volume. Take these out. Let's turn our Bluetooth on. Maybe that's it. How about now, Rev? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Rev? Miguel says yes. I think he's talking. Rev is sleeping, so I don't know what he's doing. As I said, I was going to sing a love song to Rev. Shout out to Fafo Sanders. Fafo Sanders is in the house. That's a new one. And Ken, why didn't somebody tell me Ken Glass was dropping by today? That pisses me off. If I knew Ken Glass was coming, I would have put on a better shirt. Although this shirt's pretty nice. All good, so we can start the show. I was gonna sing Reasons. Reasons from Earth, Wind & Fire. This guy, let me see, please. Let's see. I'm walking over here, there's a guy on the cell phone talking to a girl. I'm walking behind him and his friend. I'm a good catch. You shut up. You shut up. No one loves you more than I do, bitch. There's a guy talking to his girl on the phone. You be quiet. No, a man's talking now. You shut your mouth. You know there's no one out there better than me. The way I treat you is so good. And I'm sitting behind him wanting to punch him in his face. You shut up, he says. I'm tempted to leave you for someone else. Girl, no one should ever talk to you like that, ever. Ever. I have never talked to any of my ladies like that, and there has been hundreds of millions of them. I'm like the Wilt Chamberlain of the news. Here it is. Let's start the thumbnail. I need more views. Let me do this. Did you guys see Cardi B straight out of the prisons? Everybody in the BX stand up. Cardi B was performing. A lady threw a water on her. Threw water on her. Cardi B took her microphone and smacked the girl in the face with the damn microphone. It's the #1 video trending everywhere. Lady's got a cup of water and just kind of flips the water right on Cardi. Of course, no one's talking about the fact that Cardi was singing her famous song, Bodak Yellow. That's the song that made her famous. These is red bottom shoes. These is bloody shoes. And while she's singing it, she pulls a Milli Vanilli. Her backing track keeps playing. These is red bottom shoes. What? Throws the microphone. She's standing up there with no mic like this, and the whole song continues to play. Milli Vanilli lost everything, and Cardi. Most rappers have a backing track, but that was the whole song. I don't want to go to a show and just see someone lip syncing to their own songs. And then the next day, she takes a microphone and throws it at her DJ. I think she's bugging. Listen, it's a lot of work for me to get up. I was asleep 8 minutes ago. That's why I was 2 minutes late today. 8 minutes ago, I was sound asleep. Woke up, brushed my one tooth, and ran out the door. I can't imagine what it's like for these guys to be constantly touring. Beyonce's in New Jersey tonight, tomorrow in Ottawa, wherever the hell Ottawa's at. It's a lot of work, a lot of stress, a lot of medication to get you to sleep, a lot of medication to make you wake up. Then there's rehearsals and dancing. So I can understand being grouchy, but don't throw your microphone to everybody. Donald Trump. You know what? Today I'm not doing Donald Trump. I can't talk about his 3 indictments or his 39 felonies. I can't do it today. So I'm not gonna. The newest drug on the street is called Tranq. T-R-A-N-Q. It's killing everybody. And the worst thing is, when the junkies hear about it, they say, oh, that's killing everybody? Where do I get some? It's a horrible, horrible drug. It's a zombie drug. It's now inside of people's cocaine. Can't even do cocaine and have fun anymore. Hey, Steve, what you doing? I spent $30 on some coke. You want to do a line? I've got 2 lines. It's about $30 to get you 2 small lines. All right. Oh, that's good as coke. How about you, Steve? Steve died. Don't do coke. Don't do crank, don't do speed, and don't do pills. They're laced with fentanyl and trank, and they will kill you. It's a horrible, sad thing. Every time I read about a new death, it is about fentanyl or one of these new ones. Here's the facts about trank. It's xylazine. The animal sedative nicknamed trank or zombie drug has infiltrated the illicit drug market, including cocaine. About 15% of all drugs tested in the Drug Enforcement Administration have included it. More than 85% of drugs with xylazine also contain fentanyl. It's a deadly combination with a synthetic opioid. The two are contributing to overdoses left and right in New York, Philly, and the tri-state area. Of the 2,252 fatal opioid overdoses in New York City in 2021, we had 2,200 overdoses. That's 4 a day. I don't know how to do the math. 365 days times 3 is 12. Like 4 or 5 a day? I don't know. Ambrose will figure it out. Out of the 2,252 opioid overdoses, 2,127 involved fentanyl. Almost every single one involved fentanyl. It's horrible, and you don't even know you're doing it. Oh boy, got a hero. Hero alert, hero alert. Look at this cute. Oh, that's her. This one here, pup safe at home with her. Look what she did. She crawled into a damn sewer to get her puppy. She's a sewer dweller. What's her number? The ex of the Sun, former Yankee hurler Roger Clemens, one of my most embarrassing celebrity interactions was with Roger Clemens. Roger Clemens was my arch enemy. He was on Boston for years. Great, great, great pitcher. I'm an A's fan, so of course I hated his guts. Then he got traded to New York Yankees. He was a force to be reckoned with the Yankees. And I was at one of my locations, which was owned by Charlie Sheen, Shaquille O'Neal, Tiger Woods, Ken Griffey Jr., a few others. And called All-Star Cafe. I was a big shot there. I owned the bathrooms and the coat check there. One day, here comes Roger Clemens walking in. I go up to shake his hand. He's got a kind of a half cast on, and it looked like a bowling. If you go bowling, you wear that little thing. Hey, what are you going bowling? He goes, no, I had surgery. I looked at him like dick. I was just joking. Everybody looked at me. All eyes on me. He thought he was bowling. It's Roger Clemens. He's a pitcher. No shit. This lady, Callie Clemens, in the process of divorcing Roger Clemens' son, has spent the week sewer diving in Houston in search of lost puppies. She goes into the sewers looking for lost puppies. Now, how beautiful is that? I don't know. Is there a bunch of lost puppies inside sewers? Carly Clemens, 35, and her dog Giselle led a small team of volunteers. So this is her dog. She walks into these sewers with her dog looking for puppies. In storm drains, in gnarly, you know what's down there, bro? You know what kind of grotesque shit is down there? After hearing reports of puppies whimpering, Clemens, who is 5 feet tall, has already rescued 2 black Labrador puppies, one Wednesday and another Thursday, explaining she is able to fit through the system's 24-inch openings, unlike others. It's tiny. What's her number? I'm in Canada right now, and the wildfires here are crazy. An evacuation order for the Canadian town of Agios, British Columbia right now, was issued late Saturday night due to wildfires. 6,700 wild acres. Think of all the animals, bears and deer and unicorns. A threat grounds a New Jersey flight. That's a Tuesday. That's a regular old Tuesday. A New Jersey-bound Delta plane was forced to return to Boston, New Jersey. You get those two together. Oh boy. After police received an anonymous tip that a passenger allegedly made threats against the flight. The flight went back to Logan International Airport, where the unidentified man was taken off the plane. On his way through the tarmac, I was gonna crack it, but I don't have the thing I have. Did you guys get a chance to go check out the, I took you to the crane. It was a Boogie Bob exclusive. We saw one broken window. Guys, please send your prayers to this beautiful nurse who was kidnapped in Haiti. Guys, when you go to poor countries, Haiti's a very poor country. A lot of you might not know that Haiti is actually an island. So picture this as Haiti, and half is Haiti, and half is the Dominican Republic. They share the same island. Well, there are some very, very, very poor people in both those countries on that island. And if you go to a very poor place, there's a very good chance you could get kidnapped. Rev just posted up the link to where you want to see the one broken window. If you've always longed to see a broken window, I got you covered. Boiling hot Coca-Cola. By the way, it's a nice day out today. It's like probably 70s. Don't look at the watch. Don't get... U.S. nurse and kid taken in Haiti. An American nurse and her child have been kidnapped in Haiti, and religious organization her husband runs said Sunday. She's there to preach. Not everybody you're taking the word to gets the message. They are thinking of kidnapping you, even for a couple grand. That's a big payday for some people. Get an American nurse in Haiti and her kid, you're thinking, I'm getting $100,000 out of it. Let's pray that they are returned safely. Anybody here see the movie Boys in the Hood? Boys in the Hood was John Singleton's first movie, nominated for Academy Awards. It was also Ice Cube's first acting debut. Ice Cube from the group NWA, N-Words with Attitude. It's about a boy, young man, Cuba Gooding Jr. growing up and being sent to South Central Los Angeles to live with his father, Lawrence Fishburne, from his mother, Angela Bassett. Young boy gets out of the car, dropped off at his dad's house in his new gang-related neighborhood. Across the street is Doughboy, played by Ice Cube, and Ricky. Ricky is Ice Cube. Doughboy's a bad kid, gangster, stealing and shit at the early age. And Ricky just wants to play football. Ricky got a scholarship to go play. Anyways, the trials and tribulations of growing up in gang-infested neighborhoods. It's about family, about growth. Ricky finally has a baby. Ricky is on his way to college. He's going to be going to college. A car pulls up, a young man with a double-barrel shotgun. His name in real life was Lloyd Avery. The story that I'm telling you is about Lloyd Avery. Lloyd Avery was a boy that was born in Beverly Hills. Young black man. Had like green eyes. Very good-looking kid. He went to Beverly Hills High School. Let me see if I can pull up. Whenever you see a picture of Lloyd Avery, that is the picture you're going to see, because that is the most iconic shot of the movie. Lloyd Avery, born in Beverly Hills, went to Beverly Hills High School, played a role of him hanging out the window, shooting a shotgun and killing Ricky. That role was so believable and so iconic that he changed. He became that. He became a gangster. He moved out of Beverly Hills and moved to the jungles, which is the hardest housing projects in all of Los Angeles. He moved in with killers and he became a blood. This is a kid from Beverly Hills who got so indoctrinated. He started believing he was that. He was still an actor, still going out for roles, but he was being typecast as a murderer because of his depiction of the killer. And by the way, his credits in this movie was Knucklehead #2. If you see, here's his picture. Look, everything about him, this is him. Everything about him is always going to be that picture of him. So he couldn't escape it. He became that guy. Ended up shooting 3 or 4 people, killing 2, a homeless older couple. Ended up going to Pelican Bay. In Pelican Bay, that's a prison, one of the most notorious prisons in all of California. He got 60 years in prison. A kid from Beverly Hills High School who played a role of a guy shooting somebody. He became that person. He ended up going to prison. While in prison, he found God. He embraced God. They started calling him Baby Jesus. His whole life was about converting people. Unfortunately, in that prison cell was a man, Dobbs, I can't remember his damn name. The man that he was in prison with now, in a tiny phone booth of a cell, was a devil worshiper. This devil worshiper killed him horribly, brutally, and made a pentagram on the ground in his blood and put this young man on the pentagram. And he was there for 2 days before a guard discovered him. This young man went to an audition, got the role, became one of the most famous hood movies of all time, and that was the most famous scene where he killed Ricky. And then his whole life, his whole trajectory. And I watched the whole special on it last night. If you want to check it out, it's fascinating. His name is Lloyd, L-L-O-Y-D, Avery. And if you just type it into YouTube, you'll see 50 or 60 documentaries on him. And I just wondered, you know, this wasn't a kid born and raised in the hood. This was a kid who went to Beverly Hills High School. His best friend was Quincy Jones' son, QD3. And he somehow spiraled from a really good kid to a horrible murderer. He had a tattoo above his eye that said jungle. He was fired from 5 or 6 movie sets. He was actually shooting movies while he had just committed a double homicide. Anyways, I just said all that to say this. Be who you are. Don't let anything. It kind of happened to Tupac, too. Tupac, when he did the movie Juice, he became Bishop. And that was not who he was. Anyways, I'm sorry, I got sidetracked there. Russia gales killed 10. 10 people were killed in central Russia after strong winds toppled trees and heavy rains. Oh, it's horrible. Hit and misses. Wife in plot to kill husband. I know, I've been there, done that. By the way, if I ever get killed, it's either Bria or Camille. I'm telling you guys. If I die of fentanyl, I don't do drugs. If I die of fentanyl. Now, if I choke to death having sex with a stranger, it probably was me. But his name is Lloyd Avery, A-V-E-R-Y. It's a fascinating story. If you're not doing nothing tonight, I think you'll be shocked to watch this young man spiral from amazing. He could have been one of the biggest actors around. He was fantastic. Some of his scenes in the next few movies he did a movie called Shot. And they said, okay, now look, you're in the hood and a cameraman wants to come in and take pictures of your gang. And you make him stop. And then he reads the script, but he goes into this persona where he starts pistol whipping the guy with a real pistol. He believed his own. Something happened where that young man's whole life changed. I wish he never took that role. Wife in plot to kill husband. A Georgia mother of 3 and her former pageant. She's a former pageant queen. There she is. Mother of 3. There's the lucky groom. A Georgia mother of 3 and former pageant queen has been arrested in the Bahamas for allegedly plotting to kill her husband, a former Auburn University football player, Lindsay Shiver, 36, was caught when Bahamian police accidentally stumbled on her alleged scheme to murder her husband while they were investigating a different crime. That's what are the odds? 2 men, Terrence Bethel, 28, identified as her new lover, and Farron Newboyle were also arrested. Here's how they caught her, by chance. Police say they unearthed texts that detailed the alleged scheme while they were searching the phone of a suspected burglar. It wasn't known if Shiver, Bethel, or Newboyle owned the phone, but a burglar stole the phone. The cops arrested him. They're like, whose phone is this? I don't know, but they're texting about killing some woman's husband. It's the luck of the draw. I bet that husband should buy that burglar a case of beer. Hostage taker killed. Here he is, holding a knife to the woman's throat. Gripping video captured the moment a police officer fatally shot a crazed escaped convict. Can you imagine a convict walking around with a cape? Who held a young woman and her mother at knife point inside of a Florida Victoria's Secret. Now, as you know, I'm no longer allowed to go in Victoria's Secret. Something about restraining order or stalking. I mean, I'm a taxpayer. I can't go and wander around inside Victoria's Secret for 7 hours with 3 cameras. I can't go to the bra section and just be filming like this. Hi, ma'am, what's your sign? I can't do that as a tax-paying American citizen. That's bullshit. That's discrimination and racism. I can't go loiter around the dressing room and peer over acting like I'm looking for a lost child. Susie, where? Oh, hi, I'm sorry, ma'am. can't go up and tell women, ma'am, you're in the wrong aisle. I think you're a 36C, ma'am. C is over there. You should try lace. I can't do that. I can't. That's insane. This is America? I never took no hostages. Once I did, once. That was different. It's a guy, so I don't think that counts. The Florida, Darian Young grabbed a terrified pair Thursday after he was caught shoplifting lingerie. Now, come on. You can't go in, a heterosexual male can't go in and steal lingerie? Come on, what kind of world are we living in here? He was caught shoplifting lingerie from the Miami Beach store. The New Hampshire criminal, he's a New Hampshire criminal. He was incarcerated on drugs and other charges, can be seen in the video grasping a victim while huddling behind the checkout counter. The woman's daughter is close by with her hands clasped in prayer. The woman's daughter is over there praying. Young repeatedly shouted, "I'm going to kill her. I'm going to kill her. Don't make me hurt this woman." At one point, Young released the older woman and grabbed her daughter. Ultimately, a Miami police officer shot Young and he died at the hospital. Good reason. The guy was going out to steal some underwear and ended up. Car theft victim safe. A nonverbal autistic man was found safe after a vehicle was stolen in Brooklyn while he was in the back seat. I get so tired of these morons in the front seat. I haven't read it yet. They either went into the store to buy cigarettes or gas, they left the keys in the car and left it running. Guys, you pull up to a store, you take your key out, put it in your pocket, and then go in the store. Don't leave your car running. And don't leave your keys in the car. What are you, a moron? If you pump gas, move your car off, the key in your pocket. Brandon Simeon, 54, was in the back seat of a 2010 Mercedes-Benz M35 while it was left running with the keys in it. In Union Street in Park Slope, I believe that's Brooklyn. Shortly after 7:30 p.m. Saturday, an unknown person entered the vehicle and sped off. Can you imagine this guy? Gets in the car, he's like, oh shit. Yo, Steve, I just stole a Mercedes. It's an M35, son. Yes, nice. I don't know, they got a CD player, and leather bucket seats. There's an old man, a homeless man in the back seat. I don't think he was homeless. He was just autistic. Also, it comes with a man in the back seat. Police confirmed the safety that Simeon was located around 12:30. He was found in the same car. The person was like, oh shit, I'm getting out. Steve, I'm taking the car back. Just about 2 miles away. So the person saw him, like, yo, I apologize. I apologize. I didn't know you were in the car when I stole it. Adoptive kin pop sleigh rap. Why do they write this stupid shit? Adoptive kin top sleigh raps. What does that even mean? The adoptive mother of a 5-year-old Pennsylvania boy who died in February and her husband were both arrested and charged with the boy's murder last week after doctors said he showed signs of horrific abuse. I read the whole story the other day. It's very sad. They hit him so hard his brain was like mush. Then they took him in 2 days later and said that the boy was suffering from COVID. Okay. It's been 2 years that Russia has invaded the Ukraine. And for 2 years, the Ukraine is playing defense. And I always wonder what would happen if somehow they started playing offense. It's really hard because they'd have to go all the way to Russia to do it. Well, they have. POW to Moscow. Ukrainian drones strike near the Kremlin. So now war is coming to Russia. It's going to get very bad, I think. I would not be surprised if Putin doesn't unleash nukes or gases or something. I cannot wait. Remember, Manuel Noriega ran stuff for a long time. Beaten to death in the street. Saddam Hussein ran stuff for a long time. Justice at the end of a rope. His sons both murdered. Sooner or later, these dictators who do these war crimes he's not going to die in Switzerland at a villa. He's going to end up at the end of a rope or assassinated. If anybody knows Sofia Vergara's number, she's now single from Joe Montana or whatever the hell his name was. Joe, whatever his name was. I don't care. Oh boy. Did you hear about this guy? He's one of those daredevils that climbs up buildings. The guy climbs, the Spider-Man guy. He'll take this and start climbing up it. Well, he just plunged to his death 68 floors. A Frenchman known for his extreme sport is dead after falling 68 floors in Hong Kong. Remy Lucidi, 30, was climbing the Tregunter Tower complex when he fell. Lucidi, known online as Remy Enigma, R-E-M-I, Enigma, if you want to Google him, was pronounced dead at the scene from a 68th floor plunge. You think so? You think he was pronounced dead at the scene? That would be horrific to see somebody that fell 68 floors. Guys, the Empire State Building's only 100 floors. So it's like another 30 floors. According to Hong Kong officials, he arrived at the building around 6 p.m. He told the security guard that he was visiting somebody on the 40th floor. That's usually how they do it. Then they go up and then they go in a stairwell and they climb up the exterior. A security officer attempted to apprehend him after the alleged friend said he was not acquainted with Lucidi. The story unfolded. But by then, the stuntman had already secured an elevator. Security footage later gets a glimpse of him arriving on the 49th floor and then again taking the stairs up to the top of the building. Police said the man was last seen alive at 7:38 when he tapped on the window of the complex's penthouse, prompting the maid to call police. Can you imagine you're in a penthouse and some guy's outside knocking on your window? A source said police believe Lucidi was trapped outside of the penthouse and he was banging on the window for help. Oh boy. Several of Lucidi's fans took to Instagram to express their grief. Does anybody know her number? I need to talk to her. This is once a mermaid, always a mermaid. It's Dua Lipa. Famous Dua Lipa. I'd like to Dua Lipa. I probably. An NYPD doctor with a history of harassment allegations is facing new claims from an officer who says he was bullied for taking sick leave. Now he plans to sue the city for $5 million. I'd like to get a cut of that. Hey girl, the guy. Abort. Sorry, sir. I thought you were. Crypto. These crypto guys are young. They are worth billions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars. This one is a very famous crypto guy. Here he is. There's his tattoos. Here he is in a bag. There's his tattoo of his hand as he's stuck inside of a garbage bag. Slain crypto bigs dismembered. The crypto millionaire, multi-millionaire, who was found dismembered in a suitcase in Argentina, reportedly received messages threatening to cut out his eyes and chop off his hands just a week before he was killed. I get messages like that all the time. Fernando Albaga's body was discovered by children in the town of something, Ingeniero Buj. The businessman and influencer, 41, has been reported missing since July 18th. He got a message that says, "I'm going to kill you. I'm going to do something worse to you," a man said in a menacing voice message. "I'm going to gouge out your eyes, cut off your hands so that you can't make any more money in your life." That's a hater, folks. "I swear on my children that I have no problem going to jail," said the man, identified only by his surname, Iglesias. This story, God bless him. This next story, body kept 2 months in a closet. So, this guy killed her. She was his friend from high school. They ended up getting an apartment together, and then the family hadn't heard from her in a while. The family was not doing a wellness check. The family was getting bills for her air conditioning. Let's say the air conditioning for PG&E or Con Edison or whatever is $100 a month. All of a sudden it was $400 a month for a couple months in a row. So the family went over there and knocked on the door and said, "Hey, I don't know where Sarah's at, but what's up with your electric bill? It's skyrocketed." And he goes, "Well, I have the air conditioner on down to 60 degrees because I killed her and she's in my closet. And I thought the air conditioning would stop the flies." And he goes, "Say that again?" He goes, "I thought the air conditioner..." I said, no, back up. The part about what? Oh, I killed her. She's in the closet. They go into the bedroom. There's the closet all boarded shut with a towel under the crack. It smelled horrible. A Las Vegas sex offender killed his roommate and lived with her decomposing body inside a barricaded closet for 2 months out of fear that she would come back from the dead and get him. This is what he really thought. This is what he said he thought. "I put her in a closet." He didn't say he killed her. He said she died. The autopsy will figure it out. George Bone, his last name's Bone. George Bone, 31, was arrested Wednesday and charged with murder after the woman's family found her corpse inside the shared home. The victim was identified as Beverly Ma, Bone's longtime friend from high school. The accused killer allegedly told cops he knew that Ma had been dead for a while and that she had committed suicide. Though the cause is still under investigation, police determined that Ma was a victim of homicide and suspect she was strangled. Put her in the damn... That's horrible. I hope that she now has a place. I hope she rests in peace. 11 million in death by herbal. All my friends in England call them herbs. We call them herbs. Also, my friends in England say aluminium instead of aluminum. What are you, insane? My friend came over here and says, we need to put some petrol in the bonnet. What the hell are you talking about? We need to put some petrol in the bonnet because I got some birds coming over later and I have to use my mobile. Family of a Florida mother. It's always Florida. Rev, what? I thought you had Florida on lockdown. What is going on here? The family of a Florida woman, a mother, who died after taking supplements of the herbal substance Kratom, won $11 million in federal wrongful death. Guys, do not take Kratom. K-R-A-T-O-M. Crystal Talavera, 39, a nurse and mother of 4, was planning to surprise her partner with a Father's Day breakfast when she suddenly lost consciousness and died. They found her beside a coffee mug containing her latest purchase of Kratom distro. Teen dad held in NM. What is that? New Mexico? New Mexico girl slay. A New Mexico father and his teen son, father-son, were both arrested after the 14-year-old shot and killed a 13-year-old girl using one of the dad's weapons. 14-year-old boy shoots a 13-year-old girl with a gun. I bet he did it because he liked her. 14, you do stupid shit. But I really liked her, Dad. It's horrible. A teen boy pointed the gun at the girl and fired while inside the Casa home. The teen was charged with murder and tampering with the evidence. His father, William Brown, 39, was charged with negligent making a firearm accessible to minors. Guys, if you have a gun, children will pick it up and children will shoot it. Here's a gun. Oh look, Stevie, I found my dad's gun. Let me look in the barrel. I can't see. Pull the trigger so I can look in the... They don't get it. They don't understand. Lock up your guns. I believe anybody who has a gun that's not locked up should be arrested. There are many things we can do for all my Republican friends out there. They're coming to take our guns. They're not. But there are sensible laws we can have on the books. You have to be 18 to drive a car. You can be 14 to have a gun. Come on, bro. That doesn't make sense. Hook line of suspected sex workers. Now that's stereotyping. Do these look like sex workers to you guys? It looks like 3 girls waiting for a bus. I think that's discrimination. And racism. By the way, it's in Queens. Hold on, let me just put that in my map here. It's strictly for reporter purposes. I need to... Susan from Roosevelt Avenue. Strictly for my story. I'm doing an in-depth story where I go to every brothel in Queens. Angry residents and workers Sunday decried the hordes of hookers. Hordes of hookers? You know, they could have had a good one right there. They're always doing these horrible taglines. They could have said hordes of whores. Come on. It's not nice. It's not nice. But I'm not saying my words. I'm saying their words. Look at that hairline. Look at that hair. There are hordes of whores. Come on. I don't like the word whore. Angry residents and workers Sunday decried the hordes of hookers brazenly peddling themselves on a Queens thoroughfare, where it was business as usual. Wait a minute, you're telling me there's prostitution going on in New York? Why didn't I know about this? This is outlandish! Oh boy. Missing girl's eerie shout spat. I hope this ain't the girl from Neighbors told the Post on Saturday, shouting at an unidentified man inside their apartment before the Montana town of Havre. Oh boy, this is that young girl. The young girl disappeared for 4 years. Just a couple days shy of her 15th birthday, she went out her bedroom window and didn't return for 4 more years. She ended up in Montana, and here's where, now we're going to start hearing, we were wondering where she'd been, who was she with. She was some dude, some older dude. Neighbors told the Post that they heard a hold-up Alicia Navarro on Saturday shouting with an unidentified man inside their apartment building on the Montana town of Havre. I was there the other day and I heard them yelling. She said, "I will go back to my mom," but that's all I heard her say. It was the day before she turned herself in. Navarro entered a Havre police station precinct following the day to request that she had been taken off the missing person list so she could get a driver's license and could begin living a normal life. So she didn't even turn herself in. She just asked them to take her off the missing persons list. She's 18 now. She thought she could just go in there and say, "Take me off the list. I'm an adult now. I want a driver's license." She had been missing since police said she willfully left her home in 2019 at the age of 14. In 3 or 4 days she'd be 15. It's unclear how long Navarro had been living in the Havre apartment, but Smith said she and a man in his 20s have been residents there. They moved in about a year ago. Oh, he going to prison. Anyways, I'm just glad she's alive. She left her mom for 4 years of hell to be with a boy. That's horrible. Historic brain link surgery. What is it? Okay, but look at this. They have put these nodules into his head. It helps a paralyzed man regain movement. Wow, can you imagine? Your brain is a whole bunch of neurons and neurons and neurons, and glutons and protons. I made all that up. But it's a bunch of shit going on up there. And they're figuring ways to manipulate this. When I do this, because I'm sending a thing from my brain to pull the tendon that's going to move that. There are a lot of people who can't do this. Now I do this. Sorry, that was stupid. There's a lot of people that you never think about it. Your brain says blink. Your brain says snap your fingers. And without that, if there's a disconnect, your brain says snap your fingers. You'd be like, I ain't doing it. Can't do it. So now they're finding a way to implant these things in his damn head. And we're living in the age of robots. Girl dies in boat tragedy. A mother accidentally killed her own 6-year-old daughter. When she ran her over with a boat in an Arizona lake. The girl was swimming at about 11 a.m. at a cove on northern part of the lake A popular spot roughly 40 miles south of Phoenix. Phoenix has been over 110 degrees for 34 days straight, something like that. 110 degrees. Guys, this is the hottest July in the history of Earth. They said dating back over 100,000 years. How do they know? There wasn't no newscasters back 100,000 years ago. Don't be a douche. The girl was swimming in the cove. Although there were about 12 people, 6 adults and 6 children aboard the boat, none seemed to realize that the child had somehow entered the water. The girl's mother put the boat into drive in order to pull her husband on a wakeboard when she smashed into her daughter. The girl was struck by the boat, ran over, and eventually got the prop cut through her leg. The family struggled to find cell reception. That would be horrible. Couldn't even call 911. But nearby boaters helped load the girl into the boat and rushed her to the shore. She was taken to a nearby hospital where she was pronounced. God bless her mother and that entire family. That mother is going to carry that grief with her entire life. A cougar goes after an 8-year-old boy. What's her name? Sorry. A cougar, a real cougar. Guys, I was almost killed. No joke. I think I deleted it because it's so horrible. I was almost killed by my girlfriend Bria. Look how fine she is. She's too good for me. I was almost killed by some cats. Shredded me. You can't. It's so weird because the cuts were so deep and gross. It's, I don't know, 6 years later, you can't even see the cuts anymore. But I was shredded. I almost passed out from lack of blood. It's horrible. I think I might have a video online where I was almost killed by cats. Rev, you could look that up if you could. But anyways, these were 5 and 6 pound cats. Both of them shredded me horrifically. Can you imagine what a 40 pound or a 60 pound cougar could do to you? They'll kill you like that. That's why you never could stand a chance against a 400 pound lion. A cougar attacked an 8-year-old boy who was camping inside the national park, but the child's mother was able to scare it away. The young boy only suffered minor injuries during the animal attack at Olympic National Park in Washington. The cougar launched towards the boy at Lake Angeles. The child's mother yelled and screamed, and the mountain lion casually abandoned the attack. It's about time that I bust a rhyme. I'm not bust a rhyme, but when I bust a rhyme. Here to let you know. Have you guys seen the AI that they're doing with some of these songs? They're insane. I don't even know if I'll be able to find it on here. But give me 1 second. Here it is. Okay guys, this is insane. I'm going to take off my headphones now to let you hear this. This is Ice Cube, the most gangster rapper of all time. Certainly one of them. This is a song. They took Hank Williams. Hank Williams would do a song about, I left my sweetheart at the bar and she was only 17. It's nice country, real country with the twang. They took his voice. He's been dead for half a century. Took his voice and made him do an Ice Cube song. This is insane. Watch. Listen to this.
Straight out of Compton, crazy mother named Ice Cube. From the gang called Fellers with Attitudes. When I'm called off, I got a sold off. Squeeze the trigger and bodies are hauled off. You too, boy, if you with me. The police are gonna have to come and get me off your ass. That's how I'm going out. For the pump mother going out. Straight out of Compton, crazy.
The other fucker named Ice Cube. From the gang called
Straight out of Compton, crazy mother named Ice Cube. From the gang called Fellers with Attitudes. When I'm called off, I got a sold off. Squeeze the trigger and bodies are hauled off. You too, boy, if you with me. The police are gonna have to come and get me off your ass. That's how I'm going out. For the pump mother going out.
I think it's probably one of the greatest songs in the history of the world. I sure wanted to sing my love song to Rev today, but I'll have to do that tomorrow because there's a dude. You ain't going nowhere. You can't sing a love song to a dude with a dude by the dude. It's about time that we do what we do and we do what we want to do. Pisces, if you've been feeling lonely lately, fear not, for you have a date with Kevin Spacey. Has someone on the work front got it in for you? It may look that way, but looks can be deceiving, especially when the moon is full. The simple fact is no one is out to do you harm, so don't let your fears get the better of you. I concur. I'm doing Sagittarius. I'm doing Sagittarius just because RJ asked me to. I'm not even spinning the wheel. For quite some time now, you have kept certain opinions to yourself because you did not want to make a fuss. But what happens today and tomorrow will make it clear that you can no longer stay silent. It's time to speak up, maybe even shout out a bit. And don't forget, at 7:30, you have a date with Kevin Spacey. RJ, for you, Playboy. I think you and Kevin Spacey will have a very nice time. Didn't we just do Pisces? Oh my God. Well, that's Virgo. Remember, guys, whenever we do 3 in a row, it's free blowjobs for everyone. You got to run it by Rev. I don't have anything to do with that, nor do I imply that I have anything to do with that contest. That's a Rev exclusive. Virgo. Do you sit on a fence and watch the world go by, or do you get involved? Seashell. While the moon is full, the former option may be the safest choice, especially if you are not entirely sure who are the good guys and who are the bad guys. Don't forget, around 10:30, Kevin Spacey's dropping by. I don't know what Kevin Spacey's got to do with this story, but it's making me a little uncomfortable. Let's do birthdays. This is where the show comes to a screeching halt. Lil Uzi Vert, one of the biggest rappers in the world, almost killed me on a quad runner in Times Square. Almost killed me. I was getting ready to say, who the hell's this douchebag? Everybody starts asking him for autographs. Very nice kid, by the way. Very talented kid. Bretman Rock was on my show. I was like, wow, she's cute. It's a dude. Bretman Rock is a Instagram star. He's got over 8. So I'm in Times Square and I see this guy and everybody's this cute girl, and everybody's standing around like filming him. And I'm filmed, and I finally say to to the girl next to me with her mom. I go, I'm sorry, who's that? She goes, that's Bretman Rock. I go, who? Bretman Rock. He's a YouTuber, some star. I go, okay. I filmed it. He was there to do a collaboration with Crocs, the shoe Crocs. And I get home and the guy had 18 million followers. I go, oh my God. Instagram star with over 18 million followers who often earns over 1 million hearts for just one post. Is known for his makeup content. He initially gained followings on Vine and YouTube. He joined Twitter back in 2011, lost his YouTube channel in September of 2012, but did not start creating content till 2015. He made merchandise personalized with his name available online. He has more than 8 million subscribers to his YouTube. He ain't got a chat like I do, I guarantee you that. By the way, big news, big news on the YouTube front. Nope, that's not it. Hold on. That's not it. That's it. Bam. 1,500 subscribers. We went from 0, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago, 0. The old channel went bye-bye. 8,000 subscribers. Many of you followed me over here. 1,500 subs yesterday. And Rev and RJ had some big contest for you guys, something about blowjobs. I don't get into that. That's not my thing. So Rev, if you guys are interested, you can contact Rev or RJ about the free blowjobs. 1,500 blowjobs. That's a lot of work. I don't know how they're going to pull it off, but again, that got nothing to do with me. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I appreciate it so much. That's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing that I had a 18 J.K. Rowling. Fascinating story, guys. Homeless woman living in her car. She's now a multi-billionaire. English author who wrote the best-selling Harry Potter fantasy books. Her first novel in the series Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone was followed by 6 equally popular installments, all which were made into major motion pictures. She began writing as a child, creating stories about a rabbit family and her younger sister's enjoyment. She was on welfare, living in her damn car, to becoming a millionaire within 5 years, and now she is considered the 12th richest woman in UK, over $1 billion. What's her number? Does anybody? Does she like mildly successful has-beens? If she does, I know just the guy for her. Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban is the billionaire from Dallas, Texas. Well, he owns the Dallas. I don't know if he's from Dallas, Texas or not. But he owns the he sold broadcast.com to Yahoo for $5.9 billion. He often talks on Shark Tank about how when he was in college he would eat top ramen cup of noodles for 2 years straight. He had no money. He would go door to door selling newspaper subscriptions and stuff along those lines, and now he is a billionaire. I'm just going through the dial. Wesley Snipes. Now, I was with Wesley Snipes yesterday and he gave me great tax advice. So I'm going to be doing exactly what he did. Wesley Snipes was on top of the world. Wonderful actor, great action star. I like Wesley Snipes very much. Also met him in person many times. He was very, very nice to me. He's a charismatic actor who starred as the tough vampire killer in the Blade trilogy. Great movies if you haven't seen them. And gave a memorable performance on Passenger 57, Always Bet on Black. His other notable films include Major League, Rising Sun, The Expendables. They don't even talk about Sugar Hill. They don't talk about, I think some of his best movies are not even mentioned. He was in Wildcats. He was in a whole lot of stuff, but he just did a great movie with Eddie Murphy Dolomite. Anyways, he can do anything. He's very talented, but he made the mistake of saying you don't have to pay taxes. As an American citizen, you don't have to pay him. He didn't pay him. He went to prison for 4 years. I'm just going through the dial. This is where the show comes to a screeching halt. And then we're going to do the death days as well. We don't celebrate death unless it's Hitler. The rest we don't celebrate. Unless it's Hitler or Ted Cruz, but no one else. That wasn't nice. Bob, that wasn't nice. Boogie Bob, I like your show. But when you did that thing the other day about Mitch McConnell, hey guys, I just want to say that we had a bipartisan bill, and I'm very happy to say that we that's by Mitch McConnell. And I'm very pleased to say, ladies and gentlemen, we had the bipartisan bill and it passed through Congress. Today we lost Bill Russell. Bill Russell won like 12 championships, 11 championships in 12 years for the dreaded Boston Celtics. Bill Russell, one of the all-time great basketball players of all time. Andrew Johnson, not Andrew Jackson. Andrew Johnson was a president. He was the 17th president. He was the president right after Abraham Lincoln. I still think he had something to do with it. Remember I was talking about that guy saying he was such a catch? He is right there. He's the one. His friend's in the way. See the guy with the white hat right there? His friend next to him, behind him, right there, the guy in the back, walking. I followed him over here. I was behind him. You shut up, bitch. I'm a good catch. You know how lucky you are to have me? How I treat you so good, whore? You are a piece of shit. You should be lucky. You're very lucky that I love you. I love you like a princess, my angel whore. He was just saying the worst stuff. I was sitting there, I just wanted to slap him in his mouth. I hope she left him. Happy birthday, Andrew Johnson. Rowdy Roddy Piper. I have some amazing pictures that I took of Roddy Piper. Roddy Piper, one of the greatest microphone guys. Remember, wrestling is not about the holds. There's guys like Bob Backlund and Greg Gagne, Vern Gagne, that can wrestle their ass off, Bruno Sammartino, but you gotta be able to get on that microphone. That's why Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, and Rowdy Roddy Piper, Jake the Snake, these guys were amazing, but nobody was better than Rowdy Roddy Piper. He would say, "You're throwing rocks at a man holding a machine gun." Stuff like that. Known as Rowdy Roddy Piper, he was one of the World Wrestling Federation superstars in the 90s. He played a dangerous professional wrestler called the Maniac in the FX show It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which I've never seen. Anybody seen that show? He was born in Canada. That's where I'm at now, in Saskatchewan. Beautiful here. The people are real nice. Hi, A. Hello, A. People are very nice. We say A after we talk. And I had Canadian bacon this morning. We just call it bacon. He was born in Canada but played up his Scottish heritage. Did you know that he could actually play the real bagpipes? He was also a boxer, a real boxer. At the age of like 14, he was out boxing full-grown men. I don't see nothing here. I see a bunch of scrubs. I don't want no scrubs. Scrubs is a guy who can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of the best friend's ride, tried to holler at me. Alright, I blew it. I was doing good for a while there. I blew it. That's it. That's all she wrote. We went over. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. David Young, I see you're back. God bless you, David Young. I hope that you're feeling well. Look at Chicago Tom's in the house. Nobody told me Chicago Tom was in the house. Oh yeah, the Goonies videos from Cyndi Lauper. That was Lou Albano, I believe, was in it. Joe says Franz Liszt. Who the hell is that? Ambrose is still giving the things. Guys, if I don't have it, then you definitely will have. Let me see if Franz Liszt is on here. I probably went right by it. I don't know. Yep. Franz Liszt. He's considered one of the history's greatest pianists. Are they saying penis or pianist? He had the world's greatest penis. And musical educators. He composed 19 Hungarian rhapsodies. Alright. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I ask you always, please be kind and loving to each other. Be good to yourselves. Guys, I have been exhausted. I was just talking to Ken Glass earlier. I said, Ken, I'm exhausted. Ken was like, what's the matter, Bob? I said, I'm out partying with badass shorties every night. He goes, what's it like? I go, it's overrated. Of course, you guys think it's great. Oh, Bob's a billionaire playboy. I'm not a billionaire. I'm not even 100A right now. Not even 100A right now. I've got $86 to my name. And the shorties, they're not all short. Some are tall. Alright, I'm being stupid. I have been exhausted, guys, between work, the YouTube stuff, the dancing at the gay bar. Oh, did I say that out loud? I love the Iron Sheik. I love the Iron Sheik. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I will be back this week with bigger and better shows. Oh, tomorrow, you don't want to miss tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be insane. Really, okay, I lied. It's going to be shit. Don't come in tomorrow. Next day. Thank you for tuning in. Please be kind and loving to each other. Don't forget, guys, we have the Discord where you guys can go in and chat every single day. Also, we have prizes. Don't forget, we're going to be giving away a prize where you guys can go.
Oh, look at this beautiful couple in China.
Join this couple
Who
in
says
China.
they're not romantic in China? This guy and his lady all alone in the water just enjoying each other. What could be better than this? Just two young lovers against the world. Time you're complaining about someplace in America being too crowded, don't. Just don't.
And I'd like to announce our winner that's going to get a free trip to China. Now, it's not free. You have to pay for your own airfare and your housing. We're basically setting you up. I've got you an invitation to go ride the wave and hang out. We're going to pay for the floaty. Bone Man, congratulations. You, my friend, are going to be in that sea of beautiful people just out there chilling, just floating around in that cesspool. Bo, man, you deserve it. Congratulations. God bless you. I really hope that you have fun. People really do win prizes on the Boogie Bob Show. Thanks for tuning in. Please be kind and loving to each other. Be good to yourself because you deserve it. And if ain't nobody told you today you special, they tripping. You are special. God bless you. Thank you. I'll holla.